This is Rogue Legacy 2. We're here on Xbox Series X taking a look at this second chapter in the rogue-lite experience that features, well, I guess genealogy as a bit of a focus. So be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here on the Series X? Well, it is a 4K resolution at 60 FPS. And yeah, it looks fantastic. The art design is spectacular. It is smooth, it is sharp, it features platforming, combat action, and again, roguelite mechanics as you, well, essentially try to survive and you will die over and over again. But the fun of this one is that through your deaths, you are progressing and you are basically improving for your future lineage. So you have this kind of, and I think this is a cool concept for this one. You have like a manor or a castle that you are essentially kind of building up, if that makes sense. Like you are, you know, kind of working on, you're working on your legacy, and by building up this castle, I'm trying to get up to that door. By building up your legacy, you're able to get things like a blacksmith, where you can get, you know, better armor, or you can get like a training dummy in order to train better, or you can maybe get like better health, and you're just constantly improving on your characters so that you can do, you know, different challenges, you can handle different situations. It's a pretty neat concept, and again, it's a very well done game. I quite like these experiences. I think this is kind of neat. And what's great about this franchise is that you actually feel a sense of progression. I definitely have that issue with so many roguelites where it's kind of like, oh, I don't feel like I'm really getting anything or progressing. But when you die, you actually feel as though, hey, I've got some new money, I've got some new points, I can improve my character for the next run. And I think that in itself is really quite cool. And again, you can see all of the different kind of monsters you kill at the end and all the different deaths and everything that goes on. But you can see you get like unlock the duelist, or we can unlock the chefs as a different class, and the foundry to get bonus armor, and you know, there's all these different options for improving what your character can do. And you're constantly working on trying to make it so that you are more and more powerful with every run, and then unlocking new parts of your castle. And it's just like, it's really an interesting system. And then you can go here and you've got this like built up area where you're able to, you know, do new things and improve yourself. And it's really quite an interesting game concept. And like I said, I think they handle things quite well in this one. You know, you actually are progressing, you're feeling that. It does, you know, for some people I could see, oh wow, you know, this is a little tiring to deal with some of this stuff, you know, you keep dying over and over again. You know, it's not going to be for everyone. But I think it's kind of cool. There's boss fight things you can come up against, and, you know, all of these really crazy scenarios that you will, I guess you would say, kind of witness as you're trying to, you know, make it around and take on the different challenges. Sometimes your runs are good, other times your runs are not the best, which can be a little embarrassing. And you gotta kind of like get used to different classes and different gameplay styles. Like your mages might be better for some scenarios. Or, I don't know, maybe you're really good at the chef class. It's hard to say. And every character also has little different impacts too. So there's like these funny little effects. One of them might have like a bout of nostalgia, and you know, they're kind of like a black and white, or maybe not black and white, but sort of like a film kind of grain thing might be applied, which is really interesting. Okay, this is gonna not be worth the flight up here. Yeah, no, I'm literally just gonna die being in this room. Okay, we're getting out of here. That was embarrassing. Just a little bit. Or there might be an ability that one of your lineage people, they have like an upside down world. So the entire playthrough that you do is flipped upside down the screen, and it's different every time you go to do it, which I think is so much fun. The Valkyrie classes, they're pretty great. And you just keep progressing and unlocking things, and there's tons for you to progress and unlock, which I think is really cool because, you know, the first game, it was pretty well done. I quite liked that one. I thought it was a cool concept. You know, it depends on how far or how enjoyable you find this gameplay that will change, you know, how far you go in regards to tackling these challenges and playing over and over again. But this one, I think, is just filled with an absolute ton of different things that you can, like, interact with, and there's so much more depth to the lineage style of gameplay. And then there's like these weird, I guess you would say, like phantom-esque rooms. I'm not even gonna do that. And there's so many different like secret challenge rooms, and it seems like you're just constantly visiting new places. I am genuinely surprised at just like the completely different layouts. And then you can go to these different spots, and they have different layouts there too, different like, you know, visual environment spots, which I think is really, really quite neat. So you're never sure what exactly the situation is going to be like when you go to a new spot. It's like, oh, are we going to be dealing with... Okay, I don't know if we can go over that thing, yeah. You know, what kind of creatures am I going to be dealing with? What kind of environment backdrop are we going with? The enemies are getting harder as you go along. It's, again, really quite a neat setup. Like, you've been probably seeing that these rooms are so different, right? Like, you're constantly going to different spots, and there's so many different variables to basically like the setups and the tools you have and your abilities. Like, it seems almost completely random. That's how it feels, which is, you know, kind of how it should feel. Like, every play of this is different, right? That's what we should be working towards with these roguelites, is this kind of style where it's like, whoa, this room is different, and this time I play it again, oh, this feels different too, and, you know, it should feel familiar because you should be practically, like, improving your ability to play every time, but it should feel, you know, impressively unique enough where you're not getting too bored of the gameplay style that's present. So I think this one beautifully handles that aspect of it. You know, just the fact that, hey, I'm going through it, I'm not getting bored of what it is, I'm actually finding it to be, you know, kind of enticing. I'm liking the challenge, I'm liking, you know, rolling through it. Again, the art style, fantastic in this. Really impressed with the aesthetic of this game. It looks quite nice. It looks like we are loading onwards to a new area. Oh, this is the study. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, this is the study. Always cool stuff to see in this place. Yeah, we gotta get the Aether wings. Anyways, let's go back down. Because you're exploring this area, and there's all these different rooms you gotta go through. I feel like we should go back down this way and then hook a right. Eventually, we'll come across what we're looking for. It's just going to take a bit of time, a bit of travel. Okay, what is this? This is so creatively cool, I think. Okay, I want the coins. It's totally worth it. Yeah, because I was trying to, like, jump across them to jump up higher to that box, but I'm gonna keep going because I don't want to really die yet. So let's go down. Just kind of really exploring and taking in this different world, and you can, like, technically you can block and or evade or deal with, you know, any particular situation that pops up. It's just about learning the different moves, the different mechanics, timing your gameplay style right, and then just keep coming and coming and going. And improving. That's the biggest thing, is you're actually improving. You know, sometimes you'll be like, I don't feel like I've improved or gained anything in these types of games, which really can be quite a frustrating time, because you want to keep getting better. More damage? Like, more health, I keep being able to take more hits, and then I can, you know, keep fighting. But these winding skill trees, I think, are very, very entertaining. And then, you know, on top of that, it's like, hey, you're gonna grab some armor, you're gonna grab some different magicka things, there's, like, rune stuff. It really is impressive, actually. Genuinely, I was kind of like, huh. Because I didn't know this one was actually coming out, you know, I played the first one so many years ago, and then it's like, oh yeah, Rogue Legacy 2, and I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. Liked what they did the first time around, what they have to offer here, and it really does. Okay, that is deadly. It really does feel like an upgrade over the first one, which was my biggest thing, is like, how do you really do new stuff with the type of game that is? Do all of them just, is that this character? Is this they just drop bombs, all of them? Hate to die, let's go for it. Oh, jeez. Death, death, death. But seriously, like, just, I hope you've been paying attention to the different rooms we've been going to. They're practically all different. Really? Ooh, the fire thing. I forgot about the fire thing. I feel like the dropping of the bomb, the potion bomb, has not really helped me that much. You start out pretty weak and you get better and better with your character. That's a big thing too. I hope you've been kind of seeing that element of it. I may not be doing the best, but I certainly can take a lot more hits and whatnot than I could when I first went rolling here. Oh jeez, everything explodes. Like dangerous attacking, literally anything. It's just gonna blow up in my face. Or a skeleton's gonna stab me. I go through characters like crazy. It's always entertaining seeing them kind of like perish and stuff. And get like a little bit of leveling to do something new with. Now, you typically stay with the sword folks, but you know, if you do the mage, like the magicka, you find that pretty entertaining. Where goop is used to describe ancient max rune capacity. Ergonomics. Alright, we'll just throw it in that one. And the goal is generally to actually get a little bit more coinage and stuff every time so that you actually can improve. If you're not getting coins, you're not doing decent runs, you're not going to be able to get better and be able to handle, you know, other challenges along the way. Ooh, getting a lot of coins right off the bat here. I like it. Ow. Should have saw that coming. I actually quite like the Valkyrie class. I would heavily recommend giving that one a whirl because you might find it kind of entertaining and stuff. If you just get like a really good kind of like distance slash. Doing a little bit of cloud attack. Now these things are taking me out right away here. It's kind of like a little crazy too, you know, you get a big stack of enemies. Oh wow, the library, you can actually read this kind of stuff. That's fascinating. And there's so many different like maneuvers you have too, like kind of doing the dashing or the slashing, or the different magicka things. And when you do them all in combination, you can actually kind of be decently deadly. Okay, well, I'm not hitting that guy at all. I think I would literally die from from that other one. It's kind of funny. Oh look, a royal knight. That's great. It's like the royal knight got me. That's a lot of the game, seriously, just like this over and over again. Dying, repeating, dying. 1,000 years, 1,000 more. Yeah, people die. That's half the charm of it. You're just like, I'm grinding through these guys like a cannon fodder. I don't have enough currency for like anything? That's rough. At least some of it gets stored in the vault, which is, you know, is okay. Because then, you know, your coffers might be able to give you a little bit of an upgrade at a later time, which is nice. They're always so cheerful. I'm hoping they're having kids and whatnot before they go to fight. I guess that makes sense, otherwise the lineage would be like done, right? It's only logical. I take a lot of damage from things in this. Yeah, it's all responsive, all looks nice. Ow. Yeah, if it's not the enemies, it's the environment trying to kill you. And you don't have to necessarily, like, directly fight things. You can kind of just go in and, you know, hit stuff bit by bit. Wow, lots of items for this one. Yeah, we're already good on our coin allotment right off the bat. Or maybe not if we die in this room right here. Because you should technically be aiming to improve, right? That's generally the goal of this type of game. Whereas I've just kind of been dying and whatnot. Down you go. Ah, died right before I could get all the coins. Ooh. Don't worry, eventually, one of these days we'll make through it. I mean, if you're really, like, good and tactical at stuff, I think you can go further. Oh, and the different trait system things. I'm surprised we actually haven't come across a funny trait yet. See, I thought we were getting good coin allotment, but alas, no luck. Come on, Sharon, let's get back in there and get ready to die again. It loads all fast, which is so nice. You know, you just get right back into the action, which is perfect. And you just play it over and over and over again. You know, you might find it somewhat repetitive, but at least you're constantly visiting different worlds and different rooms and different setups and different challenges. And there's a good enough amount of, like, enemy variation where you're actually kind of taking control. Because my character's, like, trait that when I get hit, it becomes dark. That's glorious. Guess the thing would be, just don't get hit, right? Otherwise, you're in for a rough time. Oh, jeez. Eternal darkness in this spot. So, in general, it's a pretty fun game, pretty well done. Crazy action, good challenges, wide range of locales, unique setups that will keep you going for many, many hours. Seriously, like gameplay-wise, you could, depending on how good you are, play this way too much. I mean, look at me, literally almost struggling through this. But at least I'm improving a little bit by bit. You know, not every run's great, but getting some currency, and I'll be able to kind of adjust things. Okay, what is this? Puzzle challenge. Oh, no jumping. Okay, well, there goes that. Yeah, the fairy chest challenge did not go well. Weird rooms. Oh, literally went in and landed right on that. Not Sir Justin too. Slain by a spear made it. You would think after a while that, like, was that a 200% that I just skipped out on? Anyways, you would think after a while your family lineage would be like, huh, kind of like suicidal going in here, guys. We're sort of like literally dying every time we do this. You think it would be like, hey, maybe we should, you know, not send in our next of kin in there and just kind of give up on this crazy quest. But it's like, yeah, let's just have a 1,000 years of death of the family. It's like, whatever, you know, we don't need these young warriors or anything. Their goal is to just live, die, and repeat. I mean, you've probably seen me do this segment how many times already? I don't even think I'm necessarily getting better at it, but my character is stronger. That's what counts.